Hi guys, how you all doing? I hope sharp. And yeah, I just want to update you guys on Nasdaq. Remember, we had an analysis on this one 2 days ago or so. Yes, 2 days ago. And one thing that I will always emphasize on is to say that yes, we know that when a level is being tested more than once, it becomes weak. You see, but just because it's weak, it does not mean that's the price has to then break it. You don't predict the breakouts. The level is going to remain active for as long as the price does not break it, which is why if you check here on my and that's something that I always, even the guys in the mentorship that I started, that's one thing that I would always tell you, because of why I want to make sure that you can line in your head so that you never forget it. All right, so here I'm just gonna show or what to expect from here, so make sure that you stick with me throughout, and if you're new, make sure that you do not forget to subscribe there. So yes, yeah, this is our Nasdaq, and if you followed the setup that I gave you 2 days ago, you'll see that we are around the weekly trend line. We said it is not yet broken because for us to say breakout is there, we need to have a full candlestick outside. And we said last week it gave us a sort of a rejection candlestick, but we are just skeptical in giving the bulls full trust and say they have won the thing, because they are there at the weekly trend line, failing to break it and stuff like that. So they must first pass that barrier for us to say that no, they've opened a bigger room to the upside. For now, it's not. And here you can see this is the level that was formed here. The price came the other day, tried to challenge it, but it failed. You can see it tried even to form like a bullish engulfing, but it failed to maintain that momentum and go above it, which means it got rejected and went back to the opposing zone, which is the opposite, which is the support. And then from the support rejected the price, which means we're just in consolidation. The support rejected the price, and then the price had to go back to the resistance. Now it seems like the resistance is rejecting the price. Now it's only a question of, is it gonna go until there? But we'll see. And we can see that we do have an engulfing there. So the bears yesterday, they were quite strong, right? So those levels are going to become active, remain active up until one of them does this, or it comes down and then it breaks this one. Until it does that, they are active. There are areas of the support and resistance. And here, keep in mind what the bearish engulfing. Keep that in mind. And that engulfing happens at what? At bears, at the territory of the bears, which is an area of resistance. Now let's drop down to H4 and see. Remember, these big zones, they represent the daily area of support and resistance. And then here also we can see we had a very strong bearish engulfing from inside that zone, but we can see that when the price was going up, it gave us something like this, which means we had our what do you call this, our bullish trend line like that. And here we can see that if you check this, it's not a smooth move. There's definitely, they're not balanced here. So when it's balanced, the price will just move in one direction to show us that the bulls are just fully in control, which is why we're having a smooth move. But the moment the movement is not smooth, you have like a tie candlestick or a rejection candlestick, that's a zone there. So we had like sort of a support here, but we couldn't use it to draw what? It's a pause, it's a market pause, not a swing low, but it's a support. And we couldn't use it to draw a trend line because we want those swing lows for us to draw a trend line. So we can see now the price is coming back, and it's not a good idea for you to sell, to buy from it when it was coming down, simply because this big zone, this yellow a daily support, a daily resistance, the price is reacting from that daily resistance. You are trying to buy from a H4 support. It's not a good idea. So we can see that if you want to buy now, make sure that there's space between where you're trying to buy and that zone. It mustn't be, so maybe if the price was to come inside here, you can buy. Why? Because you said it will remain in between the two up until one of them is broken. So we can agree that the price broke the support and it broke the trend line, right? So which means this area, new area of this new area of resistance is quite strong, because it violated the trend line and it violated the area of support. So should the price, which look at this and think of the analysis that I gave you on VIX 75, you will see they're sort of related in terms of the structure. So what we had that side was the same thing, and we said because that area of resistance is so strong and significant, we just hope that the price will come to it. Should we get to it, I don't think it's safe to go with the sell limit, but search for reversal patterns and see if the bulls are going to defend that zone. If they do, they're going to reject it very heavily, and hopefully it will come back here. Or if not, on this time frame, remember the opposing structure is around here, which is holding. So should it get reversed there, you're going to exit here. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Remember, when you're trading, when you're buying or selling, you don't just set like unrealistic targets. You just look for the next opposing, and that's where you're going to take your profits. So here, when the price gets to that zone that broke your support in your trend line, which is that one, you can look for reasons to go short. If you go short, maybe exit the first one around here, but the main goal would be to come to the opposing daily, because what we said is not like we're going to move from daily support to daily resistance, from daily resistance to daily support. So that's what you can look out for on this one. I'm not saying when it gets there just go ahead and sell. No, look for reasons to go short. Should it give you reasons to go short, you go short, knowing very well that your other time frames, they agree with you. So that's how you basically analyze. So the rest of the guys that are in the mentorship, we shall continue that side, and then you guys here on the channel, I hope that you are learning something, even with the free stuff that I'm giving you here. It must be something that's changing the way you view the market and the way you approach it, which is what I'm teaching the guys that are tweaking on the mentorship, to make sure that they approach the market the same way that I do, and they keep it as smooth and as clear and as simple as possible, but yet effective. That's what I want. All right, I'm gonna end it here, and then I will see you in the next one. Sharp.